No problem, Bigfoot.
Back up to you in the booth, Bigfoot. Thanks, Bigfoot.
Warning, the following program is extremely silly. Also, there is nothing scary about it at all. If you have even one serious bone in your body, by the love of all that's holy, turn this off before it's too...
It's opening day of esoteric baseball here at Apple Field in New York City. I'm your old pal Bigfoot. We are presenting a limited series of cartoon baseball games to tide ourselves over until real baseball comes back. Due to the pandemic, we will be playing the games in front of empty stadiums, and we will travel around the world during the course of this series, changing parks randomly. This is a best of 7 series. In other words, whoever wins 4 games first wins. On the one side of the battle, we have the esoteric squad named the Manhattan Mothmen, led by Mr. Creepo, aka Timothy Green Beckley from the Exploring the Bizarre radio program on KCOR. Joining Tim will be such real and imaginary figures from esoteric history as Indrid Cold, rocket scientist Jack Parsons, Aleister Crowley, the Great Beast 666, and whoever else they could round up in time for the game. The Mothmen are facing their chief rivals, the Americans, led by Alicia, Debbie, and Sophie from the Singing Those American Girls. Follow them on Twitter at @ThoseUSAGirls. Today we've got an exciting pitching matchup as both teams' captains face off on the mound. Mr. Creepo for the Mothmen and Alicia American for the Americans. We'll be playing a 2-inning game here on a lovely day in New York City. Indrid Cold is an allegedly real space alien written about in John Keel's Mothman prophecies. The late country singer Johnny Sands claimed he also met Indrid Cold on a highway late one night. Oh, past the third baseman and a hit to left field. The Mothmen have something going early. Now up, famous rocket scientist Jack Parsons. Jack allegedly tried to bring Satan to life in human form, then accidentally blew himself up. If you're ever bored someday, Google this guy. Throw to first, back safe. Parsons is also a first-rate third baseman. Another foul, good at bat. Oh, but Alicia wins, and that's strike 3.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Up next, the great beast Aleister Crowley. Oh, runner is off. Throw from Shanae is not in time. Stolen base for Indrid Cold. You know, it's not easy to steal second off of Shanae American. 2-1. 3-1. Ball 4, and Alicia loses Crowley. Charles Fort steps in with 1 out and 2 on. This is an RBI situation, and Fort is known for his power more than his contact. That's a strike. Strike 2. Oh, and he's gone. Alicia striking out 2 batters here in the first inning, and she's happy about that. Up next, Jose Vaughn. Jose is kind of a placeholder player. Both teams plan on adding and changing players between games. Oh, that's hit deep to left. Sophie American is back. She's on the warning track. She leaps and it's off the wall. That'll score at least 1 run. The throw to the plate is late, and the Mothmen take an early 2-0 lead with the RBI double by the guy I never heard of, Gregor Samsa from Franz Kafka's immortal classic Metamorphosis. I like his roach leg tattoos. Count goes to 2-1. Low, 3-1. That's high and Samsa walks. Looks like Alicia's lost her rhythm out there on the mound.
The catcher, number
Colin
29.
Sherwood steps in. He's catching until Tim Schwartz can join the team from Indiana soon. Tim, of course, being Mr. Creepo's co-host on KCOR's Exploring the Bizarre program. 1-1. There's a strike. 1-2. Foul. Another foul. This one's playable. Grant Loans settles under it. And that's the third out. Coming up for the Americans are Debbie, Sophie, and Alicia. And on the mound will be Mr. Creepo. No game for the Americans is truly underway until Debbie has called her shot and grabbed her imaginary man meat.
7.
Mr. Creepo leads with a curve, and it's a strike. He's mainly known for his velocity, but he and Debbie have a long history with each other. There's a strike that bounces off the catcher's glove. Count goes to 1-2. Fouled off into the stands. Popped up. Catcher's got it, and Mr. Creepo wins the battle that time.
Now
Up
batting,
next,
the left
Debbie's equally dangerous sister, Sophie.
10.
Creepo fires a fastball. It's strike one. That's a ball. Count goes to 2-1. He's throwing 94, but he's missing. Count now 3-1. 95, and that's a strike. Lined to the shortstop, and that's out number 2.
Now
That brings
batting,
up the captain of the Americans, Alicia herself.
number 1.
Low, ball 1. Another ball. Ball 3. There's a strike. Yep, ball 4. Alicia will trot to first with a free pass. Those American Girls manager Pat Riot steps in at the plate.
Number 9.
Pat started as Alicia's intern and rose up. Creepo throws to first and draws boos, but Alicia's a fast runner until she now is one of the bosses of strike one. Pat now is one of the bosses of the organization. Oh, that got away from the catcher. Alicia will advance to second. Sherwood has been having trouble receiving the ball today, and it finally cost him. And it's a grounder to third. Over to first, and that's out number 3. Heading to the top of the second, the Mothmen have Mr. Creepo coming up second in the next inning. Here's Jack Jock, the jockey second baseman.
Number 12.
Oh, that's it for Alicia. The Americans are bringing in Bo Huntington. You know, half the players in the league are hot for Bo. Alicia dated him once. Actually, I think Alicia dated half her team. Liner to the left side. Oh, over the infielders' heads, and that's a hit for Jock. Runner aboard with nobody out for
Now
Mr.
batting,
Creepo.
the pitcher, number 69.
Fouled off. Ball. Low, ball 2. Liner over the first baseman's head, and Mr. Creepo is aboard. Check out his radio show Exploring the Bizarre on his YouTube channel, Mr. UFO 1100. Throw to third, and Jack Jock slides in safely.
Number 18.
The always dangerous man from space steps in at the plate. Liner, ooh, snagged in the air by the second base lady. Throw to first, and they do not get the double play.
Number 10.
Jack Parsons steps in. Liner, snagged at third. That's out number 2. The great beast 666 steps up to the plate.
47.
Huntington fires. Outside, ball 1. Low, ball 2. Nice curveball hits the zone. Count goes to 2-1. That's a long fly ball. Sophie goes back to the track. It's going. Caught. And that's out number 3. The Americans have last licks. Can they score at least 2 times to keep the game alive on this beautiful night in New York City? Up now, Shanae American. Defensive replacement, Joelle Spencer in for Jack Jock.
Number 22.
Also, Thomas Plunder comes in to replace Charles Fort. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, and Creepo scratches his butt. Nice curve in there for strike 2. High, 2-2. Line drive to the center fielder. Samsa comes in a few steps and grabs it, and the Americans have 2 outs left. Here comes Francesca Frenemia, Alicia's number 1 frenemy. They pose on each other's Instagrams and stab each other in the back. Outside, Francesca is known for her contact and speed. Count goes to 2-1, and Sherwood can't catch Creepo. Line. Foul. Strike 3 is dropped. Frenemia runs to first, and the throw? She's safe. Creepo struck her out, and his catcher's error allows Francesca Frenemia to become a base runner. Now here's Dank Blankerson, known for hitting moonshots, but also for striking out a lot. Creepo throws the ball away. This is not what you want to see from your catcher, I'll say that. Frenemia advances to second on the passed ball. Ball high. Oh, I don't believe this. The Mothmen need a new catcher. Frenemia now on third, thanks to yet another passed ball. And ball 4. Blankerson on first, Frenemia on third, 1 out, and the potential go-ahead run steps to the plate in the form of Blasto Mohegan. Alicia dated him until she found out he is not heir to the Mohegan Sun fortune. He is, however, a pretty good outfielder. 1-1. Strike 2. Creepo seems to have lost a lot of his velocity, not even hitting 90. The pitch. Long fly ball to right. Outfielder's retreating. He leaps, and Blasto hit a Blasto. It's gone. A 3-run home run for Blasto Mohegan. There it is again. A 412-foot walk-off blast, and the Americans are celebrating. And the Americans claim Game 1 of this best-of-7 series. Let's cut straight down to the field where Bigfoot is standing by with the star of the game, Blasto Mohegan. Bigfoot? Thanks, Bigfoot. Blasto, can I talk to you for YouTube?
Sure. Ask me anything.
I've always dreamed of hitting a walk-off homer, and now you've done it. Can you share with us what it feels like to do what you just did?
I just try to see the ball, put a good swing on the ball, and try to help my team win.
Thanks, Blasto.
Sure. No problem, Bigfoot.
Back up to you in the booth, Bigfoot. Thanks, Bigfoot. Let's break down the game for you guys at home. The Mothmen, 2 runs on 4 hits, and somehow none of those egregious passed balls were called errors. I'm not sure who the official scorer was making those decisions. The Americans, 3 runs on only 1 hit. The homer by Blasto Mohegan winning it all for them here in Game 1 of this best-of-7 series. Cold, Vaughn, and Jock with hits for the Mothmen, but the only hit that counted today was the one by Mohegan for the Americans. Bo Hunkington with the win. Mr. Creepo with the hard luck loss. MVP of the game, no surprise here. Blasto Mohegan with Vaughn and Cold, runners up. Join us back here on this same YouTube channel tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern, when both teams will tangle again, this time with additional players on each side. And tomorrow's pitching matchup is a must-see. The greatest conqueror in history, Genghis Khan, will pitch for the Mothmen, and countering him will be the symbol of American freedom himself, Uncle Sam. Don't miss it. America versus the Mongol hordes, tomorrow here on Scary Stories NYC. Oh, and don't miss my new Scary Dogman story tomorrow morning either. I'm your old pal Bigfoot, signing off for now.